Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning your shameless birth. And it is very important for me to touch on such topic because self-concept really means a lot to me. And I realize that many people are struggling with self-concept. Many people are struggling with who they are or what they would have become based on how society would shape you to live in a certain mold. The way how society would have you to fit into a certain paradigm through certain habits that you practice in your life, and those habits come from conformity, what we see all the people doing in our society, and we just follow along. So this video are for those who are willing to think outside of the box and who are willing to go back to that place of their childhood and embrace their inner child. Because when you look at how a child is being expressed to have this human experience, the mother is basically naked, and she's just thinking at the time of birth of bringing forth a life into this world, and that life is connected to that mother. So it's a joy, it's a pleasure for her to bring forth. And so many people make you believe that bringing forth a life is about fear and something that is so painful, when it is something that is natural and something that the woman was actually built for. Okay? But the main thing I want to get to is that when you come into this world, you also come into this world being naked. And you had no shame, no guilt, no condemnation, no religion, no political affiliation, no academic form of education. You had none of these things, but just innocence and being born with your mental faculties. And you would have lived the young stage of your life as a child being naked, and you're not ashamed of your nakedness. And I can remember quite vividly growing up in the 70s that we used to be all around 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, sometimes even 7, 8 years old, and we still walking around naked and bare feet in those days. And we had absolutely no guilt and no shame. It's only when we started to see like pubic hair start appearing and so on, those are the time when we start to become more conscious. Okay? But time would have changed. Yet, as a little child, you still would be living in that state of innocence without these guilt and shame. And I'm doing this because I want people to go back to those times to help them to get over all of the things that society would have put in place to make people have those kind of feelings towards themselves. So my brother, my sister, I just want to remind you that you didn't born in this world with guilt and shame. You didn't born with condemnation. Therefore, you got to rise above the pressures of society and learn to embrace your inner child. Learn to embrace also your childhood. You must come back to the place of being a child. And that is why when you come to the place of self-realization, self-actualization, when you come to know who you are and you have a better concept of yourself, you will come back to that place of being a child. A place where you do not really care much about society because you realize that there's no one to change but yourself. And you're so concerned in being the best version of yourself that you do not have time to waste studying about what people may say about you or how people may think about you. You're living life on your own terms. And that is the place I really want to come to. Okay, that is why even the Bible says if you want to rule, you have to become like a child. You have to be free in your mind. You have to be at liberty. You have to be at peace. So my brother, my sisters, remember your childhood when you're going through certain things in life. And remember that they were the happiest times of your life. Before the age of, say, 7 and 8, those other times were the most happiest times in your life. When you would run, you skip, you would play, you have fun, you had nothing to worry about. And those are the times when you are not introduced into the school system. Because down here in the Caribbean, you are introduced into the school system around the age of 5. Okay, this is where you enter primary school and this is where they start breaking you. It's a breaking process where they're breaking you from that place of innocence, that place whereby you was living and using your intuition, using your imagination and using all of your mental faculties and having fun in life. But you can definitely get back to that place by accepting the fact that you are the Lord and Master of your destiny and that it is your own thought that is creating your reality and creating your personality, and accepting that you are responsible for yourself, accepting the law of cause and effect, that you're the cause of everything in your life, and fix it and come back to that place of being just like a child. It's your place of victory, the place where you will overcome all guilt and all shame. Everything that the matrix have set up to distract you and to rule over you. Take back your power. So with that being said, my brother, my sisters, I just want to use these words of wisdom as a reminder of your childhood and how you have to get back to that place if you want to be in control of your life and live the best version of your life here. So let me say, this is the very first time that you listen to me, and what I'm saying, if it really makes sense to you and it really resonates with you and you have a subscriber, I really definitely want to encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, if you like to have one-on-one with me concerning the innocence, science and technology to create your reality consciously, or concerning your self-concept, you are most welcome. And also, I have a course in self-concept, and I have a course concerning the innocence, science and technology where I'm laying down the foundation for you also. So that course is actually $20, okay, and you can have access to both of those courses for $20, okay. And the one-on-one is a little bit more advanced and more practical, along with you getting into more detail with me, and we having this kind of interaction and this kind of connection, okay, in this one-on-one. So the choice is yours. You can take the foundational courses first, and then later on you can move on to the one-on-one where we get into the more advanced of everything, okay. So if you feel strongly led to check out those courses, I'll definitely encourage you to do so. At this time, I want to just say that if you feel strongly led also to support this work, that we have a PayPal, and the link is always down below. And you have a choice to follow me on Instagram or on TikTok. And you can definitely follow me at BlackMadGuru. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I just want to say peace. Love you all. Out.